Shalom, everyone. It's Rabbi Leider from Chabad of University City coming to you with another one of my inspirational talks. I hope they're inspirational. And I want to wish all of you well. I hope you're all doing well in your own communities and in your own homes, dealing with the situation as best as we can. Yesterday, I went into the synagogue to see how things were over there. We just had it cleaned very beautifully, completely power cleaned, as they say, all over. And it looks great. Everything's sparkling clean. The chairs are all set up. The tables are all set up. The kitchen is immaculately clean. But there's only one thing we're missing, and that is you and me. And it was sort of sad that the synagogue was sort of looking to me and saying, "Where is everybody? Why isn't everyone here, praying and learning and celebrating simchas together?" It was so empty. It was so cold without anyone there. We know that a community is not just a building, but it's people. The people are the most important thing of all. And we're finding today that people are going online as never before, and they're learning Torah, they're connecting with each other, they're supporting each other. And it's really a very, very beautiful thing to see. The rabbis throughout the world have proclaimed today, Erev Pesach, the Erev Rosh Chodesh, rather, the eve of the month of Nisan, to be a day of fasting and of prayer. And the Chabad rabbis, with all due respect, have said we should not fast today because fasting affects your health. And today we need as good health as possible. So we are urging everyone not to fast, but rather to spend the day in increasing Torah, our Torah study, tefillah, which is avoda, prayer, and tzedakah, acts of kindness, charity. The Talmud tells us, Al Shloisha Dvarim Ha'olam Amed, on three things that the world stand. Al HaTorah, on Torah study, Al Havoda, on prayer, Al Gemilas Chasadim, and acts of loving kindness. So I would like now to do each one of them with you. Let's do for Torah, let's do the Tanya daily session for today. It reads, the rabbis declared not learning, but doing is the essential thing. The most important thing is action. It's also written this day to do them. Hamaisahu ha'ikar. Action is the most important thing, and for this it means the act of doing mitzvahs. Being ruled that one should interrupt the study of Torah in order to fulfill an active precept that cannot be done by others. In other words, if no one else can do something, for example, God forbid a dead body comes along and you are the only one available to bury that person, you are allowed to interrupt your Torah study in order to do that. For this is the whole man, as it says, and the purpose of his creation and his descent into the world, in order that he have an abode here, that God has an abode here, especially in this physical world, to turn darkness into light, so that the glory of the Lord shall fill all of this material world, with the emphasis on material, and all flesh shall see it together, as it has been discussed above. So the important thing why God brought us in this whole world is to do mitzvahs, is to do action, to help other people, to serve God, especially, as it says, in the material world, in the physical world. That's our whole job. On the other hand, he continues, when the precept is one that can be performed by others, then one does not interrupt the study of Torah, though the whole world is, after all, only an explanation of the active ordinances. The reason is that the Torah is, as it were, the Chabad, or the level of intellect of the blessed Ein Sof, of God's essence. And when a person is engaged in it, in the study of Torah, he draws over himself the light of the blessed Ein Sof, of an infinitely higher order and splendor than the illumination and influence obtained through the commandments. So in other words, the study of Torah is even greater than the performance of the mitzvahs. But again, that's only when the mitzvah can be done by somebody else. which are the organs of the king. This is what Rav Sheshes in the Talmud meant when he said, "Rejoice, O my soul, for you did I learn scripture, for you did I learn Mishnah," as it is explained elsewhere at length. So the fact is that we have the ability of rising to the level of God's holy intellect even greater by doing Torah, than even greater than doing mitzvahs. So that's a tremendous thing to understand. Second of all, let's go to tefillah. Let's increase our observance of prayer. Why don't we say the 20th Psalm in Tehillim, in the Psalms, Book of Psalms, chapter 20. Lamanatseach Mizmor LeDavid. Yant Adonai b'yam tzara, Yisagev Hashem Elohei Yaakov, Yishlach Ezracha Mikodesh, Mitzion Yisadeka, Yizkor Kol Minchosecha V'yolascha Yidash Nasela, Yiten Lecha Kilvavecha V'kol Asascha Yimalei, Neranna B'Yishuasecha B'Shem Eloheinu Nidgol, Yimalei Adonai Kol Mishalosecha, Ata Yidati Ki Hoshi Adonai, V'Shicha Yanehu Mishmei Kacho, B'Gvuros Yesha Yemino, Ela V'Recha V'Elu Susim V'Anachnu, B'Shem Adonai Eloheinu Nizkor, Hema Karav Nafalu, V'Anachnu Kamnu V'Nisada, Adonai Hoshi Amelch Yaneinu B'Yom Kareinu. Our prayers go out to all those who are ill, whether it's the coronavirus or any other illness that people are afflicted with these days, that God should completely heal them and return them back to full health together with their families. Amen. Finally, the third part, Gemilus Chasadim, acts of charity, acts of loving kindness. I have with me a pushka, a charity box, as you can see. This charity box is in the image of 770, which happens to be closed right now, the Chabad headquarters in Brooklyn. And we're going to take $1 and we're going to put it in the tzedakah box. And I hope all of you will give tzedakah each and every single day to help others and to show God that just as we are helping others, God should help us through this difficult time that we're living in. I'd also like to remind you all that Passover is coming. It's time to sell your chumash. You can do it online at chabaduc.org very soon. We'll have the link up today. Also, keep in mind that it's time to get ready for your Pesach needs, and food is available through Chabad at La Costa. We have shmur matzah, the round hand-baked matzah for you. If you need it, let me know. And tonight, of course, is Rosh Chodesh Nisan. It's special holiday, Rosh Chodesh, the beginning of the month. We will be saying Yalav Yavo in our prayers. Tomorrow we'll be saying Musaf and Hallel. During the month of Nisan, there's no fasting except for a bad dream or for a bride and groom who are getting married. And during the first 12 days of Nisan, we say the Nasi, the special prayers of the gifts that the tribal leaders gave in the times of the Mishkan, the dedication of the Holy Temple. Also, it's a time to give help to other people who need it, and especially we are going into our Maos Chitim campaign, our campaign to help those who are in need of provisions for Passover, especially during this time when many people are not working. People are especially in need of financial help and help from other respects, also food and things like that. So we'd like to encourage you all to please give and give generously for Maos Chitim, and also to help the shul continue, and to make sure that we all are in good shape when this whole thing finishes and we don't have too much debt. To do all of that, you can go online at chabaduc.org and make your contributions. And please, I understand everyone is having a difficult time of it, but please be as generous as possible. We really appreciate it, and the people who need it really appreciate it. Shalom. Again, this is Rabbi Leider. I will be in touch with you in the coming days and weeks ahead. And may you all have a very happy Rosh Chodesh and a happy Pesach. Shalom.